Hey, good evening, everybody. Today is my daughter's 19th birthday, Molly Eskin. So I think a lot of people watch her, and I know she watches my videos. So I just want to say happy birthday, Molly. Happy 19th birthday. And we will be doing a video a little bit later at her party. So there's going to be a lot of people there, and I'll be shooting another video later on to vlog Molly's birthday. But before I do that, I want to talk about this issue again with the NFL and Donald Trump. And what I'm going to present to you is 100% proof that anybody taking up the side of this being an issue about the flag cannot win. 100% will not, cannot, and is not going to win this. If you're on the side against the players, you're automatically in a loser's position. And let me explain to you why. I made a video not too long ago about how Trump doesn't understand the difference between federal law and civil law. Federal law being the state, civil law being private. In this case, this is a private matter, not a public matter. It's public in a matter that it's public, but it's not a state matter. It has nothing to do with the state. So in other words, these guys are not breaking the law. By not standing at the flag and not holding their hand over their heart and so on and so forth is not a violation of the law. It's not a violation of state law, it's not a violation of federal law. It's not a violation of any law. It's a private matter. So why Trump injects himself into this private issue, this private matter, he's on the losing side because he represents the federal government as the President of the United States. So he represents people that would be a federal matter. It's not a federal matter. You know, he's injecting an opinion into a private issue. And actually, I would say possibly has some civil liability in this. Because if the owners could prove that Trump is hurting their business by injecting this information, injecting this into their business by harming their business, this is actually hurting business, and that's not what Trump claims to be about. He claims to be pro-American. He claims to be somebody who helps businesses and stuff like that. Well, he's hurting business by causing this issue to come about, and this is not a pro-American issue. Pro-American would be people that would stay out of private business. You know, Rush Limbaugh, Sean Hannity. They're all about, you know, the individualism, you know, private ownership of business, people that work for themselves. You know, we need to protect them from this evil federal government. That's what these guys are all about. But now when it comes to the flag, we can inject ourselves. Now we're populists. Now we're nationalists. Now we can inject ourselves into this private matter. It is a private matter. It's between the owners and their employees, which are the players. It's not a public matter, and they shouldn't be injecting themselves into a public matter. So this is a private matter that Trump has decided to exercise his opinion about in a very inflammatory way, even to the point of telling owners that they should fire their players, injecting himself into a public, an issue that's not illegal. Keep in mind, this is not illegal in any way. In fact, I heard Jeff Sessions say this the other day, and he's so stupid. I mean, that guy's a complete idiot. He's talking about how we all need to stand in attention to the flag, but it's not a violation of the law. It's not a violation of the law whatsoever, but you just need to do it. So if you know, it's funny because I heard one of these late night TV shows say, you know, most people, national anthem's just time to go to the restroom and get some snacks while the lines are shorter. You know, and you know, it's funny because you're not required by law to stand at attention to the flag. You're not required. You are a private citizen. You're not retired. You're not in the military. You're private. You don't need to be subject to standing to attention and holding your hand. These are completely private matters, and Trump should stay the fuck out of them. And so should all the other fuckers that sit there and tell you, you know, they're all about, you know, business or free organization or just keeping the government out of our lives. They're all about keeping the government out of our lives until it comes to some idiotic issue like this, where it's simply tradition. It's just simply tradition. It's tradition. I mean, I'm a guy that wears a hat a lot, you know, and a lot of times people think I should take my hat off while the national anthem's played. Some people think you should put your hand over your heart. You know, some people think that, I don't know, you should stand there at attention. I don't know what they think. I don't even know what the entire tradition is. And it's funny because they brought it up tonight that Tim Tebow used to kneel at the national anthem. And he would do it about his, you know, his belief, you know, praying kind of kneel. You know, he'd be kneeling at the national anthem. Same thing Kaepernick's doing, but he was doing it kind of like not in honor to the flag, but in honor to God, in honor to his beliefs, in honor to prayer and everything like that. Nobody gave him a hard time. Well, I guess they did, but not as hard a time as they're giving Kaepernick. And the president certainly didn't inject into the conversation. So anyway, Trump doing this is a violation of private individuals' rights to protest, private individual rights to work for an employer without being harassed. So if you're on the side of this flag thing, you are on the wrong side, 100%. You should be on the side of private businesses being able to operate the way they want. How'd you like to have them come into your business and say, hey, you know what, you should be saying the Pledge of Allegiance every morning, and everybody should be standing at attention. And if your employees aren't all standing at attention every morning before you start business to the flag, we're gonna send law enforcement out. You know, and we're going to come out and we're going to monitor that. And you're going to get arrested and fined. And your players, you know, your employees are all going to be dismissed and fired if they don't stand to attention at the flag. I mean, if this is we're going to come out and we're going to start investigating businesses. And if businesses don't obey this flag rule, we're held to be paid by the businesses. We're going to make sure they all get closed down. We're going to make sure their businesses are talked about in the national media because their employees didn't stand attention to the flags, and they didn't all get up. So what would you think about that, everybody? If every business in America tomorrow morning had to have the Pledge of Allegiance or the national anthem played before they started the day, and everybody that worked at that business had to get up and hold their hand over their heart and stand at attention, how fucking nuts would that be? Well, that's exactly the side of the issue that you're on if you're with Donald Trump. Thanks for listening.